if you're not currently using Shopify, it's probably about time you did. So I've had a few conversations with brand owners this week that are using other platforms such as WordPress, Neato, the various other e-com platforms out there on the market. And the biggest reason that I see people that are stuck on those platforms is because they've invested so much money into those platforms and they've set up all their inventory management systems and their team kind of understands how they work and they've got all this legacy information. And the biggest reason people won't move to Shopify is because they've sunk all this cash into those platforms and they're scared of what's going to happen when they move. So unfortunately, we're in a market now where everyone is so highly trained in the fact that there is a big ugly purple button on every Shopify site on the internet. And if people don't see that button, there's a good chance they're not going to check out. So nobody wants to go to a website, throw 10 things in their cart, have $600 worth of stuff in there, and then they go, oh, I've got to register. Here's my username. Here's my password. Here's all the other details. Then I've got to verify the account, blah, blah, blah. All this mess and nonsense that you've got to do, as opposed to, hey, there's the purple button. I click one thing, sends information to your phone, you check out, and away you go, right? So the reason this is such an important thing as well is because I talk about conversion rate optimization a lot, and that is probably the number one thing that is holding a lot of consumers back from purchasing from you. They don't want to create an account. They don't want to have to waste, 2-3 minutes setting it all up and go through your silly sign up process that's got a capture button and you've got to go, which one's a row button? Which one is Kevin driving a car? Blah, 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 all this nonsense. They want to be able to go straight to your website, click the button, give you the money, check out, get confirmation of their email, buy more things as they check out and have a good shopping experience. So, but if we backtrack a bit, again, why now is such an important time to be moving to Shopify is because I think the writing's on the wall for all those other platforms. Things like Neato and all those big commerce and all of them, there is no way they can evolve as quickly as Shopify is evolving. Like if you look at the growth between like Shopify versus BigCommerce, or Neato, they're all going like this, the way they're rolling out new features and new options and all that kind of things and new apps, it's almost like non-existent for a lot of these platforms. As opposed to Shopify, if you have an idea, anyone can come along within a month and be like, I can make that idea into an app. You can buy the app from me for like $15-20 a month and it will solve all your problems, right? So gone are the days, and when I say the days, the miserable days, back like when I used to be in business and I built my own e-com platform. I had my own dedicated team who worked for me, constantly fixing stuff that broke, and I probably spent millions of dollars on that platform before I sold the business. And every night I'd go to sleep and I'd be like, geez, I hope I wake up tomorrow and the site's still working. These days you go to sleep, you wake up the next day and you're like, it's Shopify's problem. Thanks very much. Even in the peak season when it's like Black Friday and so forth, I know this is probably not a great thing, but like if your site goes down, so is everyone else's, right? So they've got some of the best brains in the world going, shit, we better fix this because Karen, who sells her candles, and Shark, who sells their athletic brand, they need their sites working. So again, a few other reasons as well, like Shopify is so cheap, right? Again, you get the basic plan, you get the Shopify Plus when you put your big boy pants on. Any apps you need, you go and install them. If you don't like them, you delete them. Getting a high converting framework and a high converting Shopify site like we do, you'll get something for under 10 grand. You don't need to go and spend 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 100 grand. Please don't go do that with the big agencies in town. They're just rorting you as well. I'll just say that quietly. But again, it's super easy now for anyone to get started. So a few final notes as well. So this also applies to platforms like WordPress. People use WordPress, they use WooCommerce and so forth. Like, so easy to get hacked in those platforms, So again, I think the biggest takeaways are start using Shopify. It's someone else's problem when there's a problem. And these platforms are training consumers in how to buy online and also training them with what to do as they go through the purchase journey. So, for example, they go through that, the things to the cart, they buy 3 more things, they know that they're going to get a welcome email, they know that they're going to get an abandoned cart email, they know they're going to get all other stuff. So, all these other platforms don't do that. So, people are going to be like, yeah, I'm just not shopping with anymore. I think we'll reach a point probably in the next year where there will be a mass exodus from a lot of those platforms anyway. So we haven't even kind of gone into AI and stuff, right? But like the rate at which Shopify is advancing in their AI stuff, pretty much like you'll be able to go, hey, I want to do this thing, this thing, this thing. AI will do that for you on Shopify. You'll need like one staff member as opposed to 10, like you would on the other platforms. So again, moving forward, so much cheaper to run, so much more scalable, so much easier to get people's money and grow a successful business. So if you like this video, if you've got any questions, chuck a comment. Happy to help you and happy to answer them.